After days of travel, we finally reached Big Bend National Park in the Chihuahuan Desert of southwest of Texas. Bordered by the Rio Grande in the south with Mexico, and home to the Chisos mountain range overlooking the vast Chihuahuan Desert. This region was once known for the infamous Comanche Trail during the tumultuous years of Comanche Wars in 17 to 1800s. The plan was to explore the natural features of Big Bend the next day, and to climb Emory Peak, the highest peak in the Chisos Mountains, the day after. This will be our base camp for this adventure, a primitive campsite on a valley floor. Not from this part of the country, we decided to set up our shelter on the vehicle, a precaution we anticipated way back. Not too sure what crawls on the desert floor at night. Some cutting, hammering, and tightening, we've got ourselves a rooftop tent. The next morning, I made some exploring on the surrounding area, keeping an eye not to step on any rattlesnakes. Always wanted to know what it feels like walking on a desert terrain. There is a plethora of prickly pears around this area, and almost always all of the vegetation have some form of defense mechanism on them. Upon seeing our campsite from a distance, made me realize that we have the valley all for ourselves. What a great experience! And now for some exploring. Castolon, a thriving small community back in the days, engaged in ranching, farming, and selling of merchandise to surrounding smaller communities on this extremely isolated region. First time to lay my eyes on a roadrunner. Meep meep. Carved out of thick layers of limestone by the Rio Grande River millions of years ago, Santa Elena is one of the famous visited natural features in the park. Camera just doesn't capture the grandeur of the place. You guys just have to visit it yourself. Heading to ghost town of Terlingua, along a dirt road we came upon this hakal, a dugout dwelling. Like the Philippine hut in the tropics, this house is suited to the extreme desert environment. May bitin dia.
Wala.
Rattlesnake! No rattlesnake!
Kasa. Hello, ay. Okay.
Family. Don't even stand up. Try to stand up. We then grab a quick lunch at Terlingua, an old mining town. This place reminds me of the countryside in my hometown. So nostalgic.
Kita? Ay, kukut. Tatanaw diskuan. Uyawan ta. Nailungin. Gusto blind ko. Iskot eh. Timinag nga ba ba?
Yung tubig ba? Used to be a film set for a Western movie. Most of the structures were damaged by a flood and have to be taken down. What's left is an adobe house. The movie set is just along the river and just stone throw away from Mexico. Rio Grande River serves as a border with Mexico. In fact, occasional drug smuggling and illegal border crossing occur within Big Bend. The National Park Services advises if you see anything suspicious, do not intervene. I don't know about suspicious, but that guy looks more like having a severe case of diarrhea running into the bushes like that.
Con una pasión tan fuerte.
We then made a courtesy visit to the mayor of Lajitas, another ghost town adjacent to the park. And yes, they elect beer drinking goats in this town.
Argentina, corn meat.
No.
Ay, klaro niya. Ay, butang ignong. Ang cute mo nong. Di katawanan. Okay.
As we prepare to settle in for the night, I couldn't help but notice the solitude and the beauty of the surrounding wilderness. Of all the national parks I've been so far, this is the most peaceful with. I just hope this story will encourage the next generations after me to go through the same experience. And now to do some climbing. The Jesus Basin is about 40-minute drive from our campsite. This will be the starting point for our hike. The Emory Peak Trail, which is a 10-mile hike, out and back, and is rated difficult, will take approximately 6 hours to hike. There has been reports of bear sightings along the trail in the last couple of weeks, so I made sure my bear sprays are within arm's reach. Then off we go. Emory Peak, 5.3 miles. I'm not sure if we could make it
We can.
the whole way today because we still have around 3 hours drive to
We can.
Marfa. Let's try.
Ay, tambukay ba?
This section of the trail reminds us of the fall colors of Mount Rogers hike. I never thought I would experience it in the desert. The last mile or so to the summit is rocky and steep, and more exposure to the sun. There appears to be two peaks. We eventually figured out to climb the one on the right. So after 4 hours of hike, we reached the top and rewarded with the amazing view of the vast Chihuahuan desert below. After enjoying the view, it's time to go. The last 15 to 20 feet was a rock scramble at the top. Not for the faint of heart, as both sides is a long drop. And about the bear reports early on, confirmed. Just few feet along the trail, it was munching on some vegetation. We eventually reached Marfa around 10 p.m. to view the mystery lights. Unlike any Western movie where the cowboy rides to the sunset, we drive to the sunrise for more adventures ahead. Thank you guys for watching.